It's an absolutely miserable day today in the UK, so I thought we'd give the van a couple of checks through. Since we've owned it, we've not actually checked the gas, not checked the hot water or anything like that. So I thought I'd give it a run through and make sure that everything's working. Let's go. So first thing we had to do, and this may sound completely stupid, was actually turn on the gas bottle. Turns out when I was trying to light the hob that nothing was coming out. We thought the gas was broken, but actually we just needed to turn it on. Now that is just here on the top of the gas bottle, and it's just a twist like that to turn it on or off. So I had to twist it clockwise, which re-enabled the gas. And now I'm going to go and check that the hob itself is now working. Fingers crossed. Let's give that a go. So come up into the van. It's an absolute mess at the moment. Just where we're getting everything ready. Turn on. Open it up. Definitely a good noise. So fingers crossed that we're going to get a flame out of this. Let's give it a go. So, should turn that off. Excellent, that one's working. That one's working. Can we get a 3 out of 3? No. Yes, we can. All 3 of them are working. Perfect. So we have working gas hobs. Great news. Now, turn those off. Now, the next thing we need to check is the gas heater. Now, I don't think this works. I'm fairly sure the guy said when we brought it that there was an issue with this, but I've moved it to A, which I think is automatic. If I turn this around, there's a clicking noise and some sounds, but no, I don't know if that means it's working, it's not working. Am I supposed to put it down? Don't really know. Oh, I heard a noise there like something lit. Not 100% sure how you can actually tell whether that's working or not, to be honest. Does hot air just come out, or do I need to leave it a while? If anyone knows, feel free to leave a message in the comments to tell us how this works, because I have got absolutely no idea. I think A means automatic, so if I move it there, the clicking... Ah, there we go. There's a noise there. It's definitely blowing something out now. Whether that's... Is that just cold air? Okay, so that's the power. That's how hard the blowing comes out. Now that's off. And the clicking stopped. Absolutely no idea. If anyone does know, feel free to let us know, because it'd be super handy to know how these are supposed to work. That on? It's set to 10, so let me just leave it for a while and see what happens. Definitely sounds like it's trying to light. Ah, that sounds better. Is that lit? Don't know. Find out. The other thing I've turned on is this. We now have a red light showing on it, which I think is the thermostat for the boiler. Now I've turned that on about 20 minutes ago. So I'm now hoping that we might have some hot water coming out of here. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we've got no hot water coming out. So I'm going to have absolutely no idea if there's something else I'm supposed to have turned on here. Or something that needs enabling on the boiler maybe. Again, any ideas or suggestions, more than welcome. That water's icy cold, so it definitely doesn't feel like anything coming out the boiler. Now, there's nothing up here that I can see. The only switch there is this switch here, which apparently we were told switches the boiler to electric mode on a hookup, but we're not on a hookup at the moment. So I wondered if that made a difference, but it definitely doesn't feel like it has. No, definitely no water coming out of there at the moment. No hot water anyway. There is some heat coming out of here now. So this is definitely now producing a little bit of heat, which is great. It is only a very small amount, but it definitely feels like that is working. Ah yeah, it's getting hotter. Yeah, amazing. So that feels like that's working. Now there's 3 settings on here. And if I put that to 50 instead, on the other switch, there's a 50, a 0 and a 70, which I'm guessing are the different volumes. It's the same boiler, I think, that powers this and the hot water maybe. So I'm hoping that the fact that this is heating up means that I may just be a little early on the hot water. But good news, that's working, so I'll turn that back off. Turn it off completely. That's excellent. It's just the hot water that we need to check. Fingers crossed we can get some heat out of it. Well, our showers are going to be pretty chilly. Let's go check if the shower itself is heating up, if it's just there, or if there's any hot water in the bathroom. Nope. Freezing cold in here as well. Now, I know it's probably a stupid thing to check, but strange things have happened, so let's just make sure that the shower also is cold. The good news is it works. Do we have hot water? No, we do not. It's cold as well. Okay. So, sit rep. Gas is working. Check. Hob is working, check. Heater's working, check. Just the hot water that appears to be letting us down at the moment. Going to give it a little Google, see if I need to maybe leave it a while, see if it's a, I don't know, takes an hour to heat up or something, see if it's a system that needs warming up over a period of time. So I'm going to give it a little Google, and then we'll give it another test. Cheers. Okay, so just run a check on motorhomefun.co.uk, and apparently the hot water can take about an hour to heat up. So I am going to leave it for a while and come back in a half an hour, 45 minutes or so, and see if we've got any heat. So the only thing that's worrying me is I can't hear anything in the boiler. There's no noise or sound that something's boiling. Now, I don't know if this is usual or not, and it's all good fun working this out on the go. But fingers crossed, in an hour's time, we'll give it a go and see how we go. Okay, so some further reading. It could have been because I left the cover on outside on the side of the van. So on the side of the van there is a plastic cover that goes over the flue where I guess the gas comes out after you've lit the boiler. And I had forgotten to take that off. So I've just been out and removed it. And I am going to try and turn the water back on, see if that makes a difference. So, pressing the button, there's a click inside now after I've done it, and we don't appear to have the red light showing on here anymore. Now, I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing again, but there is no red light now, so fingers crossed that's going to have made a difference. Now, I don't know if this is a instant flow or a one like a kettle basically that has to boil it and warm it up. So let's give this a go straight off the bat and see. So again, no hot water in there this time. Fine. So we'll turn it off. I'll leave it half an hour to an hour, come back, and hopefully we've got some warm water. Speak to you soon. So it's been an hour. It is now the moment of truth. Please let us have hot water so there's nothing broken. Please. Water's on. You can hear the pump going. We have hot water! Woo! It's bloody roasting! Ouch. There we are. Successful gas test. The only other item which I'm not testing, because quite frankly I don't know how to, is this fridge, which also has the ability to go on gas. I've got absolutely no idea why you'd need it to, but it is there if we need it. And apparently I can, I don't know, let's try. Is that all it needs? I'm really fiddling now. I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing. We were told this doesn't work, so I've got no idea if this is... Yeah, doesn't look like it's powering up. But I think that has been a super successful test. Everything that we expected to work has done so, or at least hoped would work. All ready for our new adventures. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on today's gas test. So, just to clarify, we have hot water We have gas hobs. We have the fire working. We are ready. 2 weeks until our first drive out to Spain. Let's go!